Okay, was fighting it for a while, but hey, we are here, and I'm very happy that old Sissy Pooh lost. The look on their faces was worth $1 million. LeBron lose again, but he got one victory, and that main victory comes from one person, and that victory comes in the fact that the Lakers organization went out and they got someone that the whole world should rejoice about if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, or a fan, period, of basketball. Oh, they back to this no notification thing again. Let me go ahead and try to take care of this on this end. Hold on. Try to see if I can send out notifications. Don't forget to follow my Twitter, which is Carcino, so you'll be able to get notifications when we do go live, because something went terribly wrong here. But let's get into it. Now, from the giddy up, I told y'all one thing: Darvin Ham can do the job. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. You want a coach that can do the job. And people like Bill Plaschke, who's supposed to be the Lakers insider, decided to come out and take a shot already. Like, I want to be the first one to take a shot at Darvin Ham. Coach Ham, D Ham, whichever way you want to put it, it flows like water to me. You say, well, what is he doing? What is he going to do for the Lakers? Right? You look at what did he got on the roster? Really? What do the Lakers have on their roster? You got your main big three, in my opinion: Russ, AD, LeBron. That's your problem. You got to, the general manager got to provide a team that's basically a winnable team. This team that they had in front of me, I don't see an NBA championship out of this. Will they have Melo? You got DJ Augustine gone. Bazemore might still be there, but oh well, he made a dumb Bazemore decision. Avery Bradley, they keep bringing him back. Might bring him back for the Lolo. Wayne, don't ask me to play D. I'll shoot the three. Ellington, is he gonna be there? Nope. Wayne Gabriel, is he gonna be in the league? Well, not in the league, but a Laker? Nope. What about Dwight Howard? Is Dwight Howard coming back? I think Stanley Johnson is back for the minimum, the bare minimum. McGlure, Jones, Malik Monk is out the door. Who do you got? Do you got Kendrick Nunn, the man who getting paid to just be on the sideline from a bone bruise? You got Austin Reeves, and you got Russ. So how do Bill Planche from the Los Angeles Times, supposed to be the Lakers insider, come out and say Darvin Ham? He's only one of three candidates who played in the league, and he's been a respected assistant with the Lakers, Hawks, and Bucks. But he's never been an NBA head coach. If you're going to hire him, well, the last time they hired someone with no NBA head coaching experience, his name was Luke Walton. How did that work out? Mm, mm, mm. No one was chanting for Luke Walton to be a head coach. Luke Walton became a head coach because of his daddy success. He became a Laker and stayed on the Lakers because of his daddy's success. So that's why Luke Walton was there. Who the hell said anything about Luke Walton being the same type of coach as Darvin Ham? Darvin Ham knows the insides and outsides of a game. He can motivate these grown multi-million dollar players to get out and listen to him. He has command. When he's out there, he has command. There's nobody superseding him, not even the other head coaches. When he was the assistant, they listened to him because he knew the game. He had all of their respect. So it's different. But all these other people tell you otherwise. And hey, that's on them. I mean, why wouldn't you be on with Darvin Ham? That's the thing that I don't understand. But you talking about no head coach experience. Did Ty Lue have head coach experience when he won a championship? All those coaches LeBron James worked with were coaches with no head coaching experience. I mean, Phil Jackson was an assistant coach, just like you just said. Phil was an assistant coach. The Bulls was going to eventually win anyway. If they just stayed together, Doug's system would have worked, but they decided to go with Phil. Doug still feel that Phil Jackson backstabbed him and took the job from him. They brought Phil in to be the assistant. What's up, Nicholas Jacobs? I see you. It might be my PC is the reason why the notifications and stuff didn't work. I'm just gonna assume that's the case. You probably won't see that much of me today. Got a lot of stuff to do. Doug Collins was a pushover. Can you believe that? You must be on drugs if you believe he was a pushover. No, you don't know Doug Collins. Doug is the most fiery coach in the league. He would fight you. That's crazy what you just said right there. Hit the like button. No, he wasn't. You don't understand. You talking about he was a yes man to Michael Jordan. He was a yes man to Michael Jordan because he's the guy. He was the only guy Doug felt that could get the damn job done. Who was supposed to shoot? Dave Corzine? Get the ball to Michael. The name of the play is get the ball to Michael. Everybody get the F out the way and go to the basket. Doug, Doug ain't here to hear nothing else. Doug wasn't here, he wasn't about spread the ball around. You can spread it around all you want. Just long as by the end of that shot clock, the person that's shooting that ball better be Michael Jordan. That's just how Doug rolled. And at the end of the day, Phil rolled the same way. Think Phil told Mike no when Mike wanted to do something Mike wanted to do? Everybody go back to the finals and y'all let these damn theatrical shows that they play you on the tape make the story. He told Michael to throw the ball to Paxson. See, that's the difference. I'm like, he said that in a timeout, the game was still on. Mike threw the ball to Pax. Pax hit the shot. He was like, okay, they can't fall on me. I'm gonna hit you with the shot. You hit one. So I come back to you. And he came back, hit him again, and he hit the shot again. So he kept going to Pax. Like, okay, Pax on fire right now. That's the only reason Mike deferred to him. If he'd have missed that shot, if he would have missed that shot, do you know? Mm-mm-mm. Mike would have been gunning from that point on. A lot of y'all don't know nothing about that Lakers series. They were gonna lose game 3 if Michael Jordan didn't hit that shot. Scottie Pippen fouled out of the game. All that magic on Mike. They put Pippen on Mike on Magic. That was the difference of the whole series. He shut Magic down. Not what happened. Magic had no problem with him in game 3. They came with that same strategy. And people still don't believe it, but Michael Jordan guarded Magic Johnson. They didn't take Mike off him. Scotty did not guard him for the rest of the series. Scotty came and guarded him in some of the times in the third quarter and the second half. They'll switch it up and put Scotty on him. See what happened when people don't watch the games? No, Mike don't like changes. Mike don't need a new coach to come in there and try to direct them to what they know they gonna do. Mike is a veteran. Veterans don't want something new. Don't give him a new coach. When Larry Bird was in Boston and Casey Jones retired as the coach, well, got sat down, they brought in a new coach for Larry. They brought in Ford, a former Celtic who knew Larry and knew no matter what, and Larry was slowing the team down. He knew that. The team wasn't that good anymore, and they had players that was ready to go, but Larry was slowing them down. And then Larry wasn't playing well. He had back pains, and he was just dragging on. No. Darvin Ham will do a tremendous job because he understands personnel. He knows how to coach players individually. He knows how to coach defense. He knows how to make a great player at one thing, great at both ends of the floor. That's what makes him. He has the command of the players. Normally, you get superstar players; they don't listen to the coach if they feel the coach don't. Mm-mm. See, Fogel could not make decisions on the fly. He was like a lame duck coach. He's always been. He's always been an assistant or a flunky. It's not his fault. The day he got the Lakers job, he wasn't the guy they wanted to get. He's the guy they settled for. They settled for him. And it was like, how did you feel knowing that you weren't the man for the job? Well, I'm here, so someone wanted me to do the job. He supposedly won a championship for them. They gave him some pandemic ring, but to show you how much they don't even respect it, they fired the man 2 seasons later. Oh my God. Jordan items. No, there wouldn't be any Jordan items in it. Not on my watch. um, no, no. There wouldn't be any Jordan items. I don't think any team should wear 23 in the league. I'm with Pat Riley. That should be retired in honor of him, period. Because of what he did to the game. He turned this game to $1 billion business. One man. That's something you can't take away from Mike. No matter if you liked him or disliked him. He took this game of basketball to the billions. The NBA didn't bring in Gatorade. Michael Jordan brought in Gatorade. Gatorade was more of a football thing than it was basketball. They had Coca Cola. Mike had Coca Cola and all that. That was out the door. They got Gatorade because of Michael. They got Nike to endorse, the whole damn league. The whole Nike corporation owned Michael Jordan's stock in the company, and he don't even have that. He turned that company, Nike, that's nothing, into a multi-billion-dollar business. So that's $2 billion organizations. Michael Jordan didn't just sell out tickets in Chicago. He sold out everywhere he went. People pay money to see Mike. So from the business standpoint, that's what the whole NBA 75 was for, was to really honor Mike. That was like the last big honor of Mike, to thank him for what he did for the league. So when they put this 75 together, that's why they brought him out last and had the whole, everybody else is in the circle, and Mike was the one that's supposed to be in the middle. And it was all about supposed to honor Mike instead of the other 74 people. My thing is, why would you want Doc Rivers? Why would you want all of these names? The only two people that should have had the job was Mark Jackson and D Ham. They set out a political bomb to destroy Mark Jackson. LeBron wanted Mark Jackson. Period. The Lakers went away from that. Said no. Why? And here comes the media bomb, because they wanted to protect themselves. Here comes these allegations about Mark Jackson. He said they were penis grabbers, and he's a part of a religious cult. He put his hands on players' heads and started praying. That torpedoed him from not having a job. So now when he don't get the job, people go, "Oh yeah, now see, no, he was in a cult. I don't want to hire him either. He touching my head." So they make an excuse for not giving him the job. No, I didn't like MJ at all. Him playing, I didn't like him at all. He's a baby. He's just like LeBron. In a lot of ways, with his complaining, is just that his skill set was entirely better. Everything was better than LeBron. I mean, we look at LeBron, I'm like, this is a joke. Like, are you serious? You could pull that on some 20-year-olds. You ain't gonna pull that on me. I haven't seen the 80s. You can pull that on some 20-year-olds, and they can come with that LeBron crap. And I don't blame them, because they've been brainwashed with this for 20 years. So they grew up knowing this guy and knowing this dude just, freight training people over, running them over with his shoulder, offensive fouling, and they got to let it go because he has no moves. So it's terrible. Well, the first thing that Darvin Ham's going to have to do is coach the superstars. He's going to have to get the respect of Russ, which he already has, LeBron, and AD. He's got to make AD. Everybody's like, AD could play D. No, he got to toughen that boy up, because he's not playing D. On the inside, he's real soft. He's letting people like point guards out rebound him. That don't make sense. Steph Curry was in there grabbing boards. That just makes no sense when you're a big man. But he doesn't play a big man's game. He let Giannis dog him. Him and LeBron was double teaming Giannis, and Giannis was dogging them. It was bad. They used to say AD was better than Giannis. You don't hear nobody say that no more, do you? And this one, AD was healthy. Mm. Get some sleep. Yeah, I need some more sleep. Who the Pistons draft at number 5? Man, that's gonna be interesting to see because we got screwed out of the draft and put it down to number 5. Boy, I tell you, Terry Slot. You want Terry, right? This is what that's Lakers logic. Get me Terry Scott's. Terry Scott's gonna be in there pouring a scotch. Terry Scott, Terry Scott would not get no respect from no LeBron, Russ. He couldn't even get Dame Lillard and CJ. Look how they failed. You want to go grab him? But oh, he been a head coach before. He know what the experience is like. The experience of not knowing what the hell to do with all that talent. Seeing that show. The hell we interviewing him for? Darvin Ham is better with plays. He can call plays on the fly. You want that guy not in the game coaching? He's already familiar with the Lakers upper management. He used to be an assistant for the Lakers. It ain't like he's new to the job. He knows his role. He could coach practices. He knows how to get in there. You've never seen Fogo coach a practice. I've never seen him do it when he's with the Lakers. He probably did one or two. Other than that, the assistants run that. But if Darvin Ham needs to, he will be there coaching the practices. Right. Nobody knew how good Ty Lue was until he got away from LeBron. That was the guy they wanted. And it's funny because he wanted a 4-year deal. They offered him 3. He said, no. Nah, y'all not finna fire me when LeBron gone. Mm-mm. Give me 4 years or no dice. The Lakers didn't budge. They didn't give him that. And he went right on to the Clippers. Well, the Staples is going to be, they pay the rent there. So the Clippers making all that money. That's why Jenny Bus is pissed. We do this, we have to make the playoffs. This is a family ran business, meaning that if the Lakers aren't successful, they don't eat. They're the only team left in the NBA where it's, I wouldn't say the only, that's not franchise owned. Normally a conglomerate owns an NBA team. See, and that's what people get wrong. Let me advise a lot of people here. We think we're gonna get black ownership, right, into the league and all that, and that's great. But let me tell you something about sports teams. People don't buy sports teams to get rich. They buy sports teams when they are rich. They've made their money somewhere else. It's just something to have for the family. You don't buy an NBA team to get rich. You think Mark Cuban bought the Mavs and got rich? Or that's what made him rich? No. It gave him notoriety. He was already a billionaire. See, this is what people don't understand because we think getting the NBA team, all right, now we finna get some money. Don't work that way. 90% of the NBA teams don't really make money. The Pistons lose money every year. The Kings lose money every year. All these, so many teams losing money that you're like, how are they still in business? Bus was rich from real estate. And it was only because his mother and his family got into real estate with him and basically co-signed and did his books and gave him the money to screw up with. Like he'd have been bankrupt in the first year. They would that was right. And winning time, that was 100% correct. They'd have been bankrupt before if they didn't win the championship, they would have been bankrupt. That just gave them another year to be relevant again. And it was the Forum Club and all those other activities that they had in the Forum had them booked up solid for the whole season, just booked, ready to go. Well, most people they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear anything. They don't want to hear anything of the sort. So no, no. So I just wanted to clear that narrative up because people seem to have a false sense of understanding professional basketball and thinking buying a professional team is going to just make you rich. No one does that. Oh well, yeah, it's L.A. and Dr. Bus, he was active, and that's what I was wondering. And I'll save that when we do the winning time string yard. I might do that today. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff to do today, so uh, I never, I never saw it the way y'all saw it, but we'll talk about that when we'll do a stream yard and talk about it. That should be a lot better if we do it that way. Well, D Ham has to get a team first. Who's on the roster? Nobody knows. So he's got to meet now that he's the coach. They finally got a coach. Ah. Now that the coach is in place, the main thing that they got to do is coach those three. AD, Russ, and LeBron got to work together. I told you before, the Lakers did the stupidest thing in the world. And hit the like button for this. This is what the Lakers did that was so stupid. And man, nobody super chatted today. Oh yeah, nobody got a notification. Um, Here's what the Lakers did that was so stupid. It was beyond comprehension. It was so stupid. The Lakers went out, and you know what they did? Do you know what the Los Angeles Lakers did? They spent all their time talking about getting rid of Russell Westbrook and how it didn't work out. And Jenny Buss is talking about how she's did an interview, sit down interview, talking about how it was bad on her books and to have this, and it's disappointing that they didn't make the playoffs and everything. The media is all talking about the Lakers want Russ gone. They don't want like that is the dumbest thing you could ever do. Because now, if you're basically, how you gonna go into negotiations with a team and you talking about getting rid of a player? Now, if you talking about we finna get rid of this player, and how you gonna do that now? How you talking about we finna get rid of him? That's what I'm saying. That doesn't even make sense. We finna talk about getting rid of a player that we don't want, apparently, right? We don't want Russ, but we're gonna talk about how bad he is all every day in the media. Who's already opted into his 44 million, by the way. We're gonna talk about getting rid of this guy every day. We're gonna talk about getting rid of him and expect somebody to give us a deal. It's a negotiation. Why are they talking to you? That makes no sense. Now, why would they give you the deal? They know you want to get rid of him so bad. Now you try to act like you want him. Oh no, no, no. We want to keep Russ. They're gonna be like, really? You finna try to run that by us? No, we won't draft picks. The Lakers don't want to give up draft picks, but they're not in the driver's seat. The Pistons got a great coach and a great owner and a great GM. What they got to do is get the collection of players together who's about winning. They got young people there. They got rid of all those bad contracts that they were bringing in. Blake didn't want to be there. He never wanted to be in Detroit. From the moment he got traded there, they should have known that, got rid of Blake the very next year. Blake played well when he got there, and then that chick took all his money. He lost a Kardashian. It was just Blake had to go. LeBron destroys franchises. Tell me something. Told you this was gonna happen when they went and got him. I mean, there's no surprise there. We know what LeBron was gonna do. He's gonna drag the franchise to the ground. That's what he does. He's like, look what he did for Cleveland. What was Cleveland? What was Cleveland? What they had a 99-year losing streak. I'll definitely follow. Welcome to HD TV with the two eyes. Hmm. That's very interesting. Somebody trying to hack into my damn PayPal. That's stupid. I'm like, I'm sitting right here. Who in the hell trying to access my PayPal? Good luck with that. What's wrong with this? Y'all really see him ruining teams. All teams go through a period after losing a star, except Boston or maybe no way teams remain good after losing players. Um, we're not talking about that. I'm talking about while he's there. I'm talking about while he's there, ruining the franchise completely. How did he take Cleveland to greatness? Cleveland was nothing when he got there. He's from Cleveland. And what greatness did they? Nobody goes to Cleveland. No, Miami wasn't. Miami was going to the playoffs. And the thing is that Bosch had a condition that he couldn't come back from. He had a heart condition that they didn't want to take a chance with, and he had to go into early retirement. See, Bosch could actually play. He had to alter his game to play with those guys. Now, if they had D Wade and Bosch still on the team doing what they was doing, they would have definitely made it. D Wade was injured and worn out into the ground by that time. Mm-mm. No, I didn't see it that way. Um, it's kind of hard to say what he's going to do when you don't know the personnel yet. But from what the plan is definitely fixing them defensively. They weren't defending. They basically quit on the coach. They quit on Fogel out there. So Fogel quit on them. They didn't like his lineup and switches and all of these things. And then Austin Reeves didn't like the coach, supposedly. No, it's all right. It's no problem. I mean, people say that, But what's Cleveland? Cleveland, they're to me, they're better now than they was with him. They got a much better team with personnel than what they got right now. They just fell apart at the end because guys weren't healthy. They were doing quite well for themselves. I never saw it like that. I look at things a little differently than people, man. I look at it from a position of he fits. You need an authoritative figure on the Lakers. To me, him and Phil Handy working together, if Phil's still there, that's great. D Ham and them on the same team. I kind of don't want D Ham working with LeBron. So I'm glad he got 4 years so we can see what he can do when LeBron is out of the game. Get LeBron out of here. So now when you get LeBron out of here, then we could see some real ones. Because I know that's what this should be about. It should be let's get LeBron up out of here. Then we can get to playing some real ball. Because he the problem. No, they showed Melo and Russ together at the Nike camp. It was about 8 years ago. Melo put up 62. Yeah, it's Melo's birthday today, actually. Yeah, he put up 62 in the Garden. Well, the thing is, the league tried to put Melo out. That was on Melo to. He was trying to figure out why did the NBA try to keep him out? Like, what was he doing? It was all he hard, uncoachable, and all these different things. Melo is what Bonzi Wells could have been had Bonzi Wells had his mind right. Melo in Denver, and well, that was the thing. It was meant for LeBron and Melo to meet in the finals and play each other, play against each other. That was supposed to be the whole thing of the Magic and Michael when they both came in the same year. Melo came in after winning the national championship. LeBron comes in with all this hype. So this was the case. Who was going to be the better of the two? Melo was actually Melo and D Wade were actually better than LeBron actually in the first year. But of course, LeBron was going to get Rookie of the Year. It was already sports writers. It was already said and done. So they started early with that. White women, that's what happened to him. That's crazy. No, no, no. Things work a little different. um, no. You got Big Sam Perkins that played with Jordan from North Carolina. He played with Mike and them and Big Sam. He was another one that was out there giving advice to these kids. No. No, what Perkins is trying to tell Draymond is like, I didn't have to get a whole bunch of money in order to get a wife. Like my wife married me and wanted to be with me. I had mine since I was in the 10th grade. Like this has been my wife. She been with me since the 10th grade. Oh, you using my lines, Lee Moore? Oh no, these Versace glasses here. This is faux Sachi. Oh, he want a rematch. What do he want a rematch for? He's talking about he won every round. He was just wasn't no real nothing really happening. He landed some shots here and there, but he didn't know what he was doing. He too amateurish. He needs some more work. Like Tank said, like I didn't even hit him that hard, which he really didn't. It was just a timing shot. As soon as he came in, bing, and he dipped out. He was like, "Oh well, damn! I didn't even like load up and give him a real one." And look at him, he's sleep. That boy can't stand up. Rolly was funny. Nah, Rolly was just that's just gonna let you know right there. Mouth can sell a fight. People talking about Rolly, and this dude ain't had no fights, ain't beat nobody. But yet, he is. PBC baby at its finest. Yep. Well, y'all got 2 minutes to ask anything you want. We're shutting it down. Who Tank gonna fight next? Whoever PBC can find. Who winning today? Boston. Who I want to win? Miami. That's what the league want. How did I have the scorecard? I really wasn't scoring it like that. I wasn't sitting. I had to go back and watch it again and score it, but because it was like close, a lot of nothing was happening. But I said it was probably even, like 3 rounds to three. I don't have a video on the 2004 Olympics. I don't think so. But I think I might have a video on YouTube about uh them actually why they lost the Olympics. It's clear why they lost the Olympics in 2004. The European players was better. That was a bad lineup they chose to go, and nobody liked the coach, Larry Brown. That's the reason they lost. LeBron, they had Allen Iverson, they had all these players on the team, but Larry Brown was just terrible. He said this team is going to win. We don't know what the team is yet. We can't say what the Lakers are going to do. We don't know who's on the roster. You got Kent Bazemore, LeBron. You got about 4 people or 5. You got THT. He's still on the roster. You got about 5 people there. It's a done data. We don't know what the roster is going to be yet. And already you got this Bill Plache basically already trying to predict the downfall of Darvin Ham already. Like, look, Luke Walton. Look what happened. We got Luke Walton. Who did you want? Terry Scott? Get Terry Scott tissue in there. Now I like him. It's pre-recorded. I don't know what he says pre-recorded. We're pre-recording a live stream. Is this live? I don't know. You tell me. This was live, but you got it too late because now it's over.